Hey, good morning to all you wonderful YouTubers. Hey, welcome back to my channel, the Virginia Bushcrafter. Hey, I appreciate you guys joining me this morning out here on a beautiful sunny day in Northern Virginia. And as usual, I'm out here just to practice some of my skills. Again, the motto of this channel is learn and practice the skills of bushcrafting, prepping, and survival. You just will always be a student. So with that note, guys, I'm going to put up a quick lean-to. I'm going to clear some area out, and I am going to be practicing with a Marlboro's axe. I've cut a few pieces of wood, and it seems like it's going to perform very well. So guys, let me get situated. I'm going to throw up a quick tarp. As we know, shelter, most important thing, shelter, fire, water, food, first aid, navigation, signaling, and so on and so on. All right, guys, I'll bring you along with me very, very quickly. Hey guys, I'm putting up a quick lean-to shelter. Hey, I'm taking these tent pegs, and if you notice on the corner, I have some number 36 bank line that goes through the grommet, which is very easy. Makes it easier putting up the tarp. Just put that through there. Stake it down. Go to the other side and do the same thing. This will also make it easier when I'm removing it. All I have to do is pull up the bank line instead of pulling on the grommet. Nice and tight. All right, guys. Bring you along when I do the front. All right, guys, I have the left side completed. All I'm doing is just really quickly making a loop. I'm going to make a loop. I'm going to run this loop through the grommet. I'm going to use some of Mother Nature to secure it. Let me put you in focus. This is the very first configuration I would suggest to anyone who is learning how to put up a shelter. It is the lean-to. Okay, so I have inserted the loop, inserted Mother Nature. That is secure. Going to take the trekking pole that I've already extended. I'm going to make another loop. Again, guys, this is just practice. Made a loop. I'm going to take the working end, put it through the loop. Pull this very tight. Pull this out at a 45-degree angle. And the next thing to do is stake it down. So I'm going to take a stake, I'm going to put it in the ground. And I'm going to use a trucker's hitch. Let me get on this side. If it falls right now, that's okay. Take the trucker's hitch, make the loop. For that, take the working end, put it through the loop twice. That's once. That's twice. And secure it. The remaining cordage, we're going to hank it up. Put it between the pair of cords so that we don't trip on it. And there's your shelter. This again, I made it right at waist length. So the good thing about this shelter, it is Mylar. It is a 5x7 Mylar on the inside, not on the outside. In the wintertime, the Mylar will reflect heat to you. In the summertime, you can change this to the opposite. It will reflect heat away from you. All right, guys, so that is the shelter that I'm just practicing with. That should take about, for me, maybe without filming and so forth, about 10 minutes. All right, guys, so I'm going to clear this area out and start chopping some wood. All right, guys, I'm going to now start to test this axe out on some medium-sized wood. So just quickly, let me get rid of some of these. Well, that's so much for this product. All right, guys, so when one product goes down, as you can see, it happens. One is none, two is one. And you result back to a Kershaw Camp 10. Full tang. Let's see if we can cut another piece that's somewhat thicker. One of the methods of chopping, pinch grip. All right, guys, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to find some more wood and I'm going to saw it. But This is part of prepping. Always come into the bush with a backup because this can happen. The head is still good. I will put another handle on it and bring it back for another demonstration. But in the meantime, I'm going to process some wood, make a fire, and then we're going to have a chit chat. It happened, guys. All right, guys, here I am again. Hey, it's been an exciting day. Hey, again, one is none, two is one. Let me talk about that. Okay, so as my channel does say, learn and practice the skills of bushcrafting, prepping, and survival. So basically, when you are in the bush, you are more or less concerned with self-reliance. I've always been an advocate of one is none, two is one. So again, this nice, fantastic, bearded axe handle broke. Is there a reason to fret about it? No. Let's look at the benefit. Now I get to hang my first axe head. So I'm looking forward to that. This is a very heavy axe head. I am so looking forward to getting an American hickory handle and rehang this and bring it back. So we speak of one is none, two is one. Let's look at this saw, for example. Fantastic 24-inch Boreal Agawa saw. Now, if that saw, for any reason, if the blade was to break, which I don't have another blade with me, but prepper, bushcrafting, prepping, and survival. What would I do if that saw broke? No need to fret. Baco Laplander, 7-inch cutting blade, 7.5-inch cutting blade, 7 teeth per inch, cuts on the push and the pull. Prepping, self-reliance. So I wanted to talk about that. Now, again, when you bring a tool out for the very first time, you always bring a backup. My preference for when it comes to a cutting tool, 7 to 10 inches. This is a chopper. I can carve, I can chop, split. So, always look at the benefits when something goes wrong. I get to hang my first axe, and I am so looking forward to it. From what I understand, I'm going to remove the metal barrel. I'm going to drill, I think it's called the Kurt. I'm going to drill that out and put a new handle in it. And I've also learned that when you get a new handle, you do not want to put the silver barrel in immediately. Because if you put it in immediately and your axe becomes loose, you're just lost. Whereas if you just use the wooden wedge, just put the wedge, I believe it's in the Kurt, I'm not sure. If you just use the wooden wedge and seat it properly, you won't have a problem. And if it ever becomes loose, then you can resort to the metal barrel wedge. All right, guys, so that's that. So the next thing that I'm looking forward to doing is making a fire. And I'm going to be doing that too with a ferrocerium rod that has fat wood handle, and it comes with, I want to say this is magnesium. And this is a big shout out to Tennessee Tactical 1. Guys, you got to go on there, check out Tennessee Tactical number 1. Great entertainment, great knowledge. I try to catch his channel as much as possible, but this is a ferrocerium rod that he made himself. So again, ferrocerium rod. We know we all need tinder. Here is tinder right here. And he comes with magnesium tinder. So I'm going to make this fire starting with the magnesium tinder. And the thing about magnesium, let me just show it to you. This is the magnesium. Now the thing about magnesium, it goes up really quick. So you must have your tinder ready. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to put the magnesium on the wood. I'm going to have some slivers of fat wood, because we know 5 components of a fire. Combustion, here is one. Combustion. The next one is tinder. Something that would take a spark and turn into a flame. So the tinder, combustion, the tinder, and then we're going to need twigs that is going to become a flame. So here are the twigs, and then we're going to have to go to fuel. Thumb size or larger. And then there's larger fuel in the fire pit, and the last component is air. So again, 5 components of a fire. Combustion. Hey, thank you again, Tennessee Tactical 1. Tinder. Kindling. Your kindling will catch the sparks will generate a flame. Your kindling, fuel, and air. All right, so I'm going to get situated. Bring you back shortly. There is the fire pit. Another thing about the fire pit, guys, you always want to dig a fire pit at least about 12 inches. Because the fire pit, you can use rocks and make a fire ring, but it is going to help keep the embers from flying away. Of course, there's just dry leaves, but this is wet. All right, guys, so we'll be right back. Okay, guys, so again, I am going to put the tinder again. We know the magnesium goes up really quickly. So I do have my kindling right next to me. So here we go. There we go on the first strike. Shout outs to Tennessee Tactical 1. And this is going to require a second one. Okay, we're going to have to realign this. Very windy day, somewhat that is blowing it away. Okay, let's set this up again. When you have a brand new ferro rod, it's important to remove all of the coating. Okay, another striker. And there we go. But it went out. Okay, we do have flame now. This wood is very, very, very wet. Okay, so when your wood is extensively wet, when it's done, okay, we're going to try with some magnesium and a cotton ball and Vaseline. Okay, there we go. Going to put our tinder here. Our twigs. All right, guys, we have fire going. I think this is going to last. So let's talk about some of the challenges of building a fire when the wood is wet. Hey guys, I think this is the prime time to really show why it is so important to come out in the bush and practice your skills. We're going from a broken axe to very wet wood using magnesium, and magnesium goes up really quick, but with wet wood, it's always going to be a challenge. As you can see now, the fire is going, but it's one thing to get the fire going and another thing to maintain the fire. So that's what I'm going to have to do until the coals hit the bottom. And again, I also want to show you with an axe that broke, having a backup chopper. It's also good to have a backup carving knife, Scandinavian grind. So guys, this is practice. It's so imperative to come out and use your tools. Again, backup ferrocium rod with magnesium and a different scraper. So guys, I'm going to tend to this fire, get it built up some more, and then we'll come back for some tea, possibly something to eat. The skills of bushcrafting, prepping, and survival in the wilderness. Hey guys, just wanted to tell you real quick that even cooking in the bush is a skill. Sure, you can bring your pots, your pans, and cook whatever you want, but actually making sure that your skillet, your pot or pan stays level or somewhat level on the fire, because when you're boiling water, water is precious. I'm maybe 200 yards away from the nearest stream. I'm maybe 195 yards from a vehicle. So I do have a 40-ounce clean canteen and a 32-ounce canteen. And as you can see now, there is some water that is about to boil. But the challenge, well, really not a challenge, is making sure that you don't spill that water because it's precious. But where do you learn this? In the bush. All right, guys, so when it's time to eat, I'll bring you back. Just listening to the sounds. All right, guys, I'll bring you back shortly. Hey guys, well, my meal is ready, and I am having some nice rice and Gatorade. So today, excuse me, has been an eventful day. Hey, you never know what's going to happen in the bush. But this is why I say, hey, it's good to come out and practice. It's good to practice in your backyard. It's good to practice inside, you know, with theory. Wow, with this smoke. As soon as I remove this from the fire, the smoke wants to get on me. And I think we all say, whatever we cook in the bush, it always tastes so much better. Oh my goodness. I think I may have to go to the other side. Let me just move back. Well, I don't think the smoke, but you can see the fire is still going pretty good. But, oh, my drink is over there. Yeah, guys, this has been a very eventful day. But what am I looking forward to doing now? I'm looking forward to hanging that axe head. That's going to be a good lesson. You can always learn from mistakes or accidents. And again, a shout out to Tennessee Tactical 1 for the ferrocium rod and the magnesium. What did I learn from that? Well, I know magnesium goes up very quickly, which means you must have your tinder ready. And this wood, this wood is definitely wet. But wet wood is normal. You know you have to split it. You know once you get coals, it's going to dry out the remaining coals are going to drop the wood below. So that's a normal thing there. But hey, it was great to experience the accident with the hatchet. Had to go to my backup, which is a Kershaw Camp 10. Didn't have to cut that much wood. I sawed some wood. Again, I do have a Borel 24 Agawa with me. And I have a Baco Laplander. Again, guys, when it comes to cutting tools, anytime I come to the bush, I'm going to have minimum of 3 cutting tools, 3 knives. I'm going to have a hatchet, a 7 to 10 inch blade, and a carving blade, which I had the Condor Terrasaw. So I had cutting tools. I had the marble axe, which broke, not a big deal. I have the Kershaw Camp 10 on the Condor Teresa with a Scandinavian grind. And for the saw, I have a Borel 24 Agawa. And let's see, I don't have a back. Oh, I do have the Baco Laplander, which is a backup as well. So, if I'm going in just for a day hike, I'm taking those two. Again, you can see how the fire is still going. That is cedar wood. Cedar, pine. I know it's lasting a long time. But, you know, that's a skill you got to practice. But, hey, it's all fun. And the warmth from the fire does feel good. Even though the sun is shining, if you're not moving, you'll feel a chill in the air. But that chill is quickly dissipating. So yeah, I haven't been in the bush in a while, maybe over a month. Been doing some other things, but I'm looking forward to try to get an overnighter in before I head to Watkinsville, Georgia for the Georgia Bushcraft Campout. I am really looking forward to that one. And there is another meetup in Harmony, North Carolina. I think it's called Readiness Mountain. Sometime in May. I'm looking forward to that as well. I'm going to these events because you get to meet a lot of experienced campers, bushcrafters, great classes, and it's just, 3 days of just learning and meeting great, fantastic people. So I'm going to try to get an overnighter in before that. I'm going to try to get out here again this week. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to just getting back into the bush. I really want to do some more advanced things. I'm really looking at, I saw something actually building a ladder. A ladder that works, that holds you. So building the ladders on my bucket list. I'm going to build a permanent shelter. The only thing everything's going to be from Mother Nature. I'm going to make my own, let's say, rope binding. So those are the things I'm looking forward to. But yeah, this is great out here. Just getting back out in the bush, making a fire. Hey, experiencing that. Hey, even when that wood is wet, then magnesium goes up really quickly. And I had to use a knife, the spine of a knife today, which worked. But you know, when you have a new ferrocerium rod, you must remove all the coating. And so all in all, the fires here is done. Hey, I really like this little ferrocerium rod that I won in a contest with the Tennessee Tactical 1. Again, guys, get over there and check him out. It's a great channel. But in the meantime, I'm going to go finish this meal before it gets cold. I'll be back real soon. And there's the fire. Hey guys, well, I am well rested. I had a meal, did some chit-chatting, but I want to show you around my camp today. As always, I always start off hanging my rucksack up and taking a lot of things out of it. And you can see here, this always comes with me. It stays on the outside. Here I have food, fire equipment, just stuff I throw in there, tinder and things like that. Of course, this was Gatorade. My shirt that I had to take off, it got warm. My rucksack, the case for my saw, my walking staff, and the hoodie that I had to take off. Just a bag that goes on the inside. Everything goes in this bag, which goes into my rucksack. Sitting pad, a chair, and I am soaking my skillet where I had my rice. And this is my shelter. Let me give you a front view. This is the shelter. It's a lean-to. I just wanted to set it up something quickly. And what I was saying earlier is that here I just use bank line through the grommets. Then I stake it out right here. Let's see, this is it from the back. And from a side. And I use 2 trekking poles in the front instead of actually using some of Mother Nature. Here's the other trekking pole. And here are the tools that I use today that I got to practice with. Of course, I always use leather gloves when I'm handling a cutting tool. This is my Condor Terrasaw. I used that today, assisting making a fire. This is my canteen that's empty, but I do have more water elsewhere. This is magnesium, and this is the ferro rod that I used for the very first time. It has a handle on it that is made from fat wood, so that's tender right there. Also, my knife. This is Gorilla Tape, and here's the ferrocerium rod right here. And I got this from Tennessee Tactical. So guys, if you get a chance, go over there and check his channel out. My shovel to build the fire pit. Baco Laplander, a backup saw. Borel 24, Agawa Borel 24, and the axe that broke, but no sweat. And one thing that you can see here is that the grains are going horizontal. The grains should be going vertical. But out of an accident, a lot of good comes because now I get to rehang an axe. So those are the tools that I use today. My fire is out. When it's still warm, I'm going to put water on it. And I'm going to put the leaves back. I always, when making a fire pit, I want to move the leaves away. So that was my practice session for today. I'm looking forward to doing this again real soon. It's a lot of fun. Bushcrafting, just remaining self-reliance in the woods or in the bush. It's peaceful, it's quiet. The only thing I would say about today, and it's all good, it was chilly this morning. Maybe an hour after I got here, I had to take off the hoodie. Now the shirt has to come off and it's becoming unbearable, but it's nice. You know, this is nature. So, but I just wanted to show this to you before I clean up and leave no trace. So I'm going to be back with you in a few minutes. All right, guys, I am headed out of the bush. It has been an exciting day. As always, it is a lot of fun. Just being in Mother Nature, enjoying the breeze, enjoying the sun, perfecting new skills, learning new skills. It's always fun. So guys, with that said, hit that like button, subscribe, comment, and share. And like father and son, mother and daughter, human and nature. We are all akin in some form or fashion, so get out in the bush and have some fun. This is the Virginia Bushcrafter signing out.